Ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ káàsán, tàbí ẹ káalẹ́, depending on whenever you are seeing this video. I am Fatai Oyeyemi, your virtual Yoruba teacher. Today we are going to be starting a very long topic that we are going to be breaking in series, and that is Òǹkà Yorùbá. Òǹkà Yorùbá. Dòdòdò. Yorùbá. Redomi. So, Òǹkà Yorùbá means the Yoruba number system or the Yoruba counting system. To someone that knows Yoruba number, you'll be like, is this topic even worthy of being treated? But I can assure you that many Yoruba speaking people don't even understand the Yoruba numbers. And normally it might be seen as if it's easy. But when you get to the point where you need to use the numbering, that's when you realize that, so I don't even know our numbers. Which is why I'm going to be taking this class in series. Today, we'll be looking at number 1 to 10. Number 1 to 10, how do you count 1 to 10? How do you use 1 to 10 in counting? How do you use 1 to 10 in numbering or in position? So that's what we are going to do without wasting much of our time. Let's just get straight to it. 1 in Yoruba language is ení. Ení. Remi, or some people call it ìní. Remi, or ọ̀kan. Sorry, ọ̀kan. Remi, re. Ọ̀kan. Now, ìní, ení, or ọ̀kan still means the same thing. The variance in the pronunciation comes from whichever dialect is counting this number for you. You know, Yoruba is a general name for the language, but under Yoruba, we have different dialects. So obviously, when someone from Ekiti is counting number, his dialect is going to be different from someone from Oyo. So that is why we have this variance. If you're now using 1 in counting, say for example, 1 marker, it now becomes ọ̀kan. Ọ̀kan, dòre, or ọ̀kan. So if you're not using it as counting, it now becomes kálámù kan, kan. So most times when you're using 1 in counting, we have to cancel this first ọ. We are left with kan, that is 1. So if you're using 1 in numbering or in position, it becomes kíní. Kíní with the mark, mi. Kíní, for example, ìbéèrè kíní, the first question. Ipò kíní, the first position. So the number itself is ìní or ení or ọ̀kan. Using it in counting, it becomes kan. Using it in numbering or positioning, it becomes kíní. 2 is èjì, dòdò, or èjì, mímídò. Èjì, èjì. Remember what I explained when I was talking about 1? The variance is because of difference in dialect, nothing more than that. So if you are now using, okay, let me separate this. If you are using 2 in counting, it becomes méjì. Méjì, mí, dò. And if you are using 2 in numbering or positioning, it becomes kejì, ré, dò. So right from here now, it becomes easy when we're talking about positioning and counting. I will show you what I mean now. Let's go to number 3. 3 means is eta, eta, dore, or eta, re, mi, re, eta, eta. So the only variance in the counting is 1. From 2 to 10, what you just have to do is add m in front of the number you have here. So in using 3 to count now, eta becomes meta. Meta. Just add m in front of it, and in positioning it becomes keta. So using it in counting, it becomes ìbéèrè kẹta, ipò kẹta, ẹni kẹta, kẹta. Sorry, mire kẹta. So from here you can see the work has become easy from here now. So 4, what is 4? Ẹ̀rin, dòre, or ẹ̀rin, re, mi, re. 5 is àrún, dò, mí, or àrún, re, mi, mi, àrún. So let's just deal with the number first, then we'll go to the counting and positioning so that it becomes more easier, right? So 6 is ẹ̀fà, dòdò, or ẹ̀fà, rèmídò. 7 is èje, dòre, or èje, rèmíre. 8 is ẹ̀jọ, or ẹ̀jọ, ẹ̀jọ, dòre, or rèmíre. 9 is ẹ̀sán, or dò, mí. Ẹ̀sán, ẹ̀sán is dò, mí, or re, mi, mi, ẹ̀sán. Then 10 is ẹ̀wá, dò, mí, or ẹ̀wá, re, mi, mi. So from here you see 1, ení, or ìní, or ọ̀kan. Èjì, or èjì. 3, ẹ̀ta, or ẹ̀ẹ́ta. 4, ẹ̀rin, or ẹ̀ẹ́rin. 5, àrún, àrún. 6, ẹ̀fà, ẹ̀ẹ́fà. 7, èje, èje. 8, ẹ̀jọ, ẹ̀jọ. 9, ẹ̀sán, ẹ̀sán. 10, ẹ̀wá. So let's move to counting now. Remember what I explained, that once we get to 2, from 2 to 10, what we are doing here is simple. Just add the letter M in front of the number and you have your counting. So from here, our work is simple, right? So what do we do? Just add M, then we bring ẹ̀rin. Mẹ́ta, sorry, is mire. Then mẹ́rin is also mire. Márùn-ún. Mẹ́fà. Méje. mẹ́jọ, mẹ́sàn-án, then 10. We have mẹ́wàá. Please take note of the dot on the ẹ. So talking about numbering now, kan, that is 1 pen. Méjì, 2 things. 3 things becomes mẹ́ta. 4, mẹ́rin. 5, that is in counting, márùn-ún. 6, mẹ́fà. 7 in counting now is méje, mẹ́jọ, mẹ́sàn-án, mẹ́wàá, mẹ́wàá. So if you are using your number in counting in Yoruba language, what you just need to do is from 2 to 10, just add m in front of them and you have your numbering. The same rule applies to when you're using it as position or as counting. From 1 to wherever you're going, just add to the alphabet K in front of the number. Add the alphabet K and bring the number in front of it. So first, or question 1 becomes ìbéèrè kíní or ipò kíní. Second is kejì. Third, kẹta. Fourth, kẹrin. 5, ìkarùn-ún. 6, kẹfà. So let's just go all the way to 10. Keje, kẹjọ, kẹsàn-án, kẹwàá. So, sorry, before I leave this position or counting, you might also see a dialect of Yoruba that puts I in front of this. So now, instead of kini now, you can have ìkíní. Ìkíní. So that means when you're talking about numbering, you can have ìkíní, but when you're using it in numbering, it always comes down to ìbéèrè kíní. You can't say ìbéèrè ìkíní, it's ìbéèrè kíní, ìbéèrè kejì, ìbéèrè kẹta, ìbéèrè kẹrin, ìbéèrè karùn-ún, ìbéèrè kẹfà, ìbéèrè keje, ìbéèrè kẹjọ, ìbéèrè kẹsàn-án, and ìbéèrè kẹwàá. So this is just the simplest way to learn the Yoruba numbering. You see, from 1 to 10 now, it seems this one is kind of easy. So in the next lesson, we'll be taking it from 11 to 20. So you're going to notice a little variance from what we see here. This one now is quite easy peasy, like we all say. But when we get to 11 to 20, you will notice some little difference in the Yoruba number system. And I can tell you, Yoruba is a very interesting language to learn, especially our number. It's easy to learn. What you just need to do is you need to pay attention to it, and that is it. So, my friend, till I see you in the next class, do have a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're watching from. My name is Fatai Oyeyemi. See you in the next class. Cheers.